Hello everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So listen, today I'm taking, I don't know what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing. Why can't I get across? I am giving some products some second chances. Listen, I don't believe that when a product is bad, the first time you use it, that's it, it's bad. So I have chosen 5 products that I didn't have the best time with. Not so like, some terrible and some not so terrible, but listen, just because I didn't have a great time with them and may not in this video, doesn't mean the product is overall bad. We all have different experiences with products. That's why we prefer different brands and we love different brush brands and all this other stuff. But we're gonna try and make it work again today. I will not give stuck that into my hand. Okay, dangerous. Okay, I will not give up. Just before we get into that today, if this is your first time here at my channel, hi, my name is Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life, and it's my goal to help you become a pro yourself or just someone who's really good at makeup. I'm sorry, I just got a chair that spins. Not that I've never, like, this isn't my first time on a chair that spins, but not in my studio before, so I'm expressing myself. Okay, so I have to be honest. I just really screamed. I have to be honest. The first product we're going to use today is by far the worst product I think I've ever used ever. But I only use it once, so we're giving it a second chance. And a lot of people in the comments, I featured this in a video. Why did I do it? It was in your worst rated. I did a video where I took your worst reviewed products everyone hated, and tried them out just to see how they were. Some were fine, some were bad, some were great. So again, shows we will have different opinions, but let's just do it. I'm a little bit nervous, I have to be honest. We're going to use the Profusion Cosmetics Spectrum 10 Shade Pro Pigment Palette. I think people, Pro Pigment, here's the deal. Last time I used these 3 colors here. Now, I feel like pastel shades are really difficult to formulate, whoever you are, whatever brand you are. So a drugstore brand, it may be a little bit more, but then I've used drugstore pastel shades before, so ignore everything I just said. But let's go for these 3 here. I feel like a purple and a pink and this like burgundy pink are easier to formulate and might work better. Now, my issue that I had with this first time is that it was extremely patchy. It wouldn't blend properly. It wouldn't do anything properly. So let's use it again. Why not? Okay, so let's start off with Rave, which is this bright pink right here. And you know what? Let's not do anything too crazy. Let's just keep it nice and simple. So, yeah. And I'm going to use, brushes that I know are like, so I'm using all my Sigma brushes today. Okay, this is fine, but I said that last time. The color goes on absolutely fine, and the issue was when you try to blend it out or you try to get any kind of movement from it, it started to go patchy, but this is okay. I'm not gonna rush it. I'm gonna take it like nice and slow. And what I'm gonna do with this brush, because it's kind of like flat this way, I'm gonna push it into the socket. And then where it has like, it's wide this way, I'm then going to use that to softly blend. Still aiming for the socket, but it just blends it the perfect height rather than you having to kind of drag that colour up. Okay. Okay, that's not that bad. Oh, by the way, I'm using same eye primer, same everything. I really don't want to push my luck, but I just want to keep blending. But I mean, who makes an eyeshadow that you can't blend anyway? Like, surely that's the point. Can you imagine making an eyeshadow palette and being like, you know what, this will be fine as long as no one tries to blend it? Let's go for the shade Totally, which is this one here. And again, let's just smoky eye, keep it nice and simple, and push it right into that socket here. Now, I'm getting more nervous as we start to build the colour up on top of each other because that's where everything went wrong last time. I'm going to take quite a large blending brush and just buff that through. Blending everything together. How's it going? Oh, that's not mirror. Okay, this isn't as bad. I really do think it was just like the blue end off the palette. Saying that, there was a blue when I used to really like MAC eyeshadows, and it was the same shade as, it was almost like this. I can't remember what it's called, but I could never get on with it. No one ever liked it because it was such a horrible kind of texture to blend out. It must just be like an overall thing. Okay, this is fine. I'm going to go back in with Rave, that bright pink, and just use it to kind of soften up this whole area. Just start to get some shape there too. The colours don't actually look that dissimilar from each other, and I think that's an issue I had with the palette at first as well. It's like, yeah, they look different in the palette, but when you actually put them on, it just kind of blends into one colour. Okay, I think this is where it might go a tiny bit wrong. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm going to use a brush for a little bit more precision. I'm going to use the shade Purple, which is called, it's not called Purple, it's called Rain. Oh, Purple Rain. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so here's the issue now is because this isn't insanely pigmented, I'm going to have to build it up even more, which then starts to lead to patchiness. And if I just tap it on like this, then we get like this really horrible unblended finish. But if I go to blend it, hopefully it won't go patchy. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay, it's not the worst. Last time I used it, it made me want to die, and this time it doesn't so much. I'm just going to soften up again with that really thin edge through the socket here. I'm actually just I'm gonna grab a highlighter, not one that I particularly don't like, and just tap in the middle one on the inside corner, because I feel like we're okay and I don't want to ruin it. Okay, going completely off topic of the video. Sorry, it's not really what you signed up for. One of my favorite highlighters. This is a Space Age Prophecy from Kaleidos. Incredible. So I'm going to tap a little bit of that on the lid and on the inside corner. I don't know why I looked over there. Inside corner here. Let's just tap a little bit on the middle here. To be honest with you, I'm not overly impressed with this. Was the brand Profusion or Spectrum? Profusion palette in general. I wouldn't recommend it, but I mean, do what you have to do. Okay, I'm going to apply some concealer. I don't have a concealer I don't like, so I'm just going to apply my regular concealer and then I'll be right back. Okay, so concealer's on. Next up is foundation. Now, I've never used this on camera because I've never liked it, but I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try it a few different ways today. This is the Cover FX Total Cover Cream Foundation. I really wanted a cream foundation that I liked. It's going to be too yellow, isn't it? I mean, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try it one side with one of my favorite foundation brushes, and then the other side I'm going to try with this About Face sponge, because I really liked this when I used it. So it's a foundation we're testing today. So let's go ahead and use the brush first. I'm going to use that on this side. Now, the reason I didn't like this is because it kind of felt like a bit old-fashioned cream foundation. It didn't feel so, compared to what's available now, it just felt like a little bit behind the times. I don't know. Just something about the way it sits just doesn't sit well with me. And I'm using Emotion because I know my skin can be quite textured. And when I have a problem with foundation that I think gives excess texture to my skin, I prefer to stipple like this. When I'm rubbing, I find, or blending, I find that it interferes with the texture quite a bit. So on the areas where I'm a little bit more textured on the cheeks here, maybe around the nose, I tend to stipple a little bit more. Just because I'm lifting that brush off the skin and I'm not interrupting the skin. Yeah, no, I still don't like it. Okay, let's try with the sponge. And I never use the sponges that come with, because I mean, they're shit. And it seems to be full coverage. I don't mind full coverage as long as it doesn't look cakey. I think a lot of people think I don't like, I only like natural makeup, and that's absolutely not the case. I just like makeup to not look overly done. I like it to look acceptable in real life is all. I just like it to work with skin. You can do full coverage and have it work with your skin, you know? I mean, it's fine. It's okay. I wouldn't... I mean... I don't know what else to say. Okay, let's do under the eyes. I'm gonna slide back and lean forward because this palette has so much fallout. I don't want it falling on my skin. No, I've just done. To excuse the angle. So I'm just taking the shade Rain, which is that purple. Oops. On the same brush that I used before for the purple. Then on the brush that I used for like the pinkish shades, I'm not adding any extra product. I'm just gonna go around and underneath that purple. Just to gently fade it. Okay, so our next product is by Beauty Pie. Now, this is a really great, Beauty Pie is a great, what's the word? Thing. They have some amazing quality products. I think it's the shade I chosen as a little bit for my skin tone. And again, this is personally products that I find a little bit for me. For my skin tone, it's kind of like this in between, like, are you a bronzer or are you a blush? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it as, I'm just going to try it and see what happens. First time I used it, I was a little bit like, okay, I don't know how to, I don't know. See, it's definitely, it could be a bronzer, but then it has this slight grey tone, which makes it more of a contour. I'm going to take a tiny bit onto the apples off my cheeks, just a little bit. Because I have a long face, I want to round my face off slightly. Whereas if I had a round face, I would come down more. If you wanted to. So, I don't know, maybe it's just me being really fussy, but to me the colour is, it could be a contour, yeah. It could be a bronzer, yeah. But then it also has this warmth to it that doesn't quite make it either. It's almost as though I'm trying to wear blush, but I've chosen a really terrible shade for me. And I mean, that's exactly what's happened. I've chosen a really terrible shade for me. I'm just going over with my foundation brush and just stippling again on top, just to like tie in all those seams. Is that just me being fussy? Is that just me, like it looks, why do these bits always appear back on me? Like, it looks like blush, but also bronzer, but also contour. That's the shade Bad Girl in the Smart Powder Blush. I don't know. I think that it would look really nice on a deeper skin tone as a blush. But on me, it's just, I feel like it's in between. I'm in the in between. What is that redness that keeps happening here? Again, I'm not too, I think I'm, okay. At the end, I'll just talk about what I'm going to throw away. Okay. So this is a product I got in like, what? I was sent like a bundle of products from someone. It was PR, but it was like a mixture of different brands. And one of the products in there was this Ghost Veil from Lime Crime. And this is a lip primer. Let me just tell you, when I first used this product, it sat on my, I love lip primers, by the way. I absolutely love them. My favorite lip primer. This is the lip primer by Pony Effect. Absolutely incredible. Smooths out the lip, makes it nice and like, I wouldn't say plump, but it smooths everything out and just makes product application on lip so much smoother. This one, I felt like it gathered and set, and it almost had like, you know what it reminded me of? You know when you bite into a glazed donut and you get that crack along the glaze? It kind of reminded, I mean, that sounds really nice, but you don't want that texture in your lip. It reminded me of that. It kind of set to a weird texture. Oh, it doesn't smell so great either. I'm going to try it out again and just see. Like, initially it looks like it's doing what it should, but I even think maybe the applicator applies too much product, because you really don't need that much, but it kind of comes out like a gloss amount. I'm going to give it a helping hand and blot a little bit of the product away, because lip primer shouldn't bundle on the lip like that. I'm just going to see. I guess I'm going to wait. Or maybe I'll put some liner on or something. Okay, so it's been a little bit of time, like 2 minutes. So here's what I don't like, first of all, about this. It's so sticky. But look at it all flaking up. And look, I got a horrible line. Horrible. Look, it just bundles off. Really gross. Lip primers don't have to be tacky like that, extremely tacky. Some of the best lip primers are smoother than this. This is like a glue, and I don't really think it's necessary. Especially, I mean, if you're going to wear like a long-lasting lipstick, they're long-lasting enough. You don't really need this. Let's move on to another product that I don't like and just cover it. I don't even know where this is from. Siero. It's from yesstyle, and I thought it was cute. It's like a lip balm that, you know, sits on the lip and changes like the pH balance. I don't know if it's going to get through the primer to change the pH balance, but my issue with this was how pink it went on me. Yeah, see, that's way too pink. So you look at that and like, oh, it looks so nice. And see, I mean, it's getting too pink. In my opinion, that's too pink, and it's kind of tingly, which I don't really like. See, okay, let me let that do its thing. I'm gonna put on a pair of lashes that I actually like. I don't have lashes I don't like. And these are Ava from Makeup Geek, because they're my absolute favourite. I haven't worn them in so long. I went through all my makeup the other day, and that's when I kind of pulled these products aside and I just rediscovered so many things that I kind of like moved to the back of the shelf as more stuff kind of stacks up. So I'm getting reacquainted again. It just gets way too pink. It gets pinker and pinker and pinker. It's like a nice, you know, a nice like, oh, you know, that's a light pink would be really, really nice. But okay, so that was a few second chances. Listen, I'm not giving any of them second chance, to be honest with you. I'm going to throw this away or sanitize it and give it to somebody else who will actually make good use of it. I'm not fond of this, and to be honest with you, I have a few blushes that are better than this, so why would I keep it? The foundation I'm not overly impressed by. It's also very slight, if I'm being very fussy, very slightly too yellow for me. This burns actually, and I hate the pink tone it goes. If you like pink, great. This is the worst. This is the worst. Well, I mean, yeah, no, I don't. Okay, I don't like it. Okay, well, listen, I tried to give these products a second chance. They don't work for me personally. They might work for you. You might love the way they look. I personally do not like them. So I'm going to get rid of them somehow. And yeah, I hate this on me so much. So I like the finish. Like, it's a really nice. What was that? Like, imagine if it was peachier on me. But this is too pink. I really don't like it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will link the products down below if you want to try them or buy them yourself. But here's the thing, don't knock a product until you've tried it again a second time. Then you can be really sure, you know, different headspace, different settings, maybe you were in a bad mood that one time. But yeah, thanks again for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing if you want to, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.